Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live. Today is Thursday, July 8th, 2021, and we again find ourselves in the final hour of the trading day. The final hour of the trading day is my favorite time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions, and I say this because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions, the smartest money on the street, they take control of the price away from the day traders and the algorithms. They have very smart people. They're dealing with the most money, best information, best technology. And in my opinion, following what the large financial institutions do at the end of the day in reference to your buying and selling decisions provides a long-term edge in your trading. So, thank you all for coming today. I hope you are doing well. We're having a crazy old day in the market for sure. We'll get to that in a minute, but I appreciate you coming here. I appreciate you spending your time here. And I hope by doing so, and I hope by investing your time each day, that it is helping you learn some good trading and investing principles. Okay, should we go over and see what's happening? Dow Jones down 318 points, down 0.92%. The NASDAQ down 98 points currently, down 0.67%, and the S&P down 38.96, down 0.89%. So red across the board. We have recovered off of the lows this morning. It was pretty ugly to the downside, but we have recovered. Is this a real recovery? I don't know. I have my doubts, to be honest with you. There's a certain pattern of when we have a big sell-off and an immediate big reversal up that always concerns me. And in my experience, they don't tend to hold. I'm not saying this one won't. It may go up. It may make new highs. But in my experience, I'm a little suspicious of these kind of moves back up. But I'll just look for the best setups and follow them and not use my opinion, right? Not use a prediction, just use my signals based upon the price action of the charts. So, wow, what a day. So listen, here is the plan for today. First of all, we're going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, everyone's favorite part of the podcast. Secondly, we're going to come back. We're going to take a look at my current positions. We're going to talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have some nice day trades today on Apple. It was all about Apple today, 100%. Had a few trades on Apple, and I will share those with you as well, both to the long side and to the short side. After that, we are going to go over and take a look at the board. We're going to take a look at my students' current positions. We're going to talk about when they bought them, why they bought them, how they're doing. We'll go through each one. After that, we're going to talk a little bit about trader psychology. Most important skill you can learn in trading, everyone, is the ability to follow your rules, the ability to filter out your emotions, stay in that kind of happy place where you're not making bad decisions either to the downside or the upside. You've position sized enough so that it does make it a positive difference if it goes up. You position sized enough and had a good risk to reward ratio to the downside so that if you are wrong, it's not too debilitating to you emotionally or financially. So there's a lot of balancing acts in this business, but really it all comes back to your emotions, and that's why I like to talk about trader psychology. So we'll check in on that. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. First, I need to have a confluence of indicators on multiple time frames. Second, I need to have a good risk to reward ratio based upon strong support below me and strong and likely resistance above me. That ratio has to be at least 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1 is even better. And then lastly, make sure, regardless of what type of a trade that you take, that you have a full trading plan. And by that, I mean you're adjusting your position size based upon volatility. You know what your maximum allowed loss is. You know where your emergency stop is. You know where your end of day stop is. You know where your overhead, your intraday profit targets are. You know where significant overhead resistance lies above you. and you have a good trailing stop methodology or protocol or rules in place so that you can lock in profits and not give it back if you start having a profitable trade. So lots of stuff to it. Oh, and did I mention trader psychology? All of that wrapped into one. That's why this is not easy, everyone. It is hard. It's probably the hardest, in my opinion, it's probably one of the hardest occupations in the world. It's pretty easy to press buttons and sit in your jammies, right? Your underoos jammies and just trade. But it's not that easy. If it were that easy, everyone would make money. And the dirty secret in this business is about, I think, 85%, excuse me, of people who trade lose money. And why do they lose money? Because they don't position size correctly, they don't adhere to their stops, they don't let their profits run, all that kind of stuff that we talk about all of the time. So I do have some end-of-day candidates today using those 3 criteria that I just mentioned. As we get closer to the end of the day, we will go through each one. I'll look at the time frames. I'll look at the support, the resistance, look at the risk to reward ratios, keeping in mind correlation as well. And if I do find something that looks good before the close of the market, I will go ahead and buy it after the market closes. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. If you need clarification on anything, please let me know. If you'd like me to look at some stock symbols before the market closes, I'll do my very best to get to them before the market closes. Just make sure you put it in the live stream and with an emoji so I know it's time sensitive. And then lastly, if any of my new students have any new entries or exits for me today that they would like me to update on the board, if you could please wait till the end of the day before you tell me about them so that the market's done, the market's closed, I'm done trading, pressure's off, all that good stuff, and then we'll spend as much time as we need to get them updated. Okay, that is the plan. So hold tight. I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I will see you all back in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. Okie dokie, let's see who is here. First on deck is Michael Martin. Hey Michael, good to see you. Michael is a current student of mine. He's out driving a truck today. Hope you're driving safe, Martin. Hope you're driving and trading safe. Inside joke, right? But it's good to see you, and I look forward to our lesson this coming Sunday at 5 o'clock my time, right? If it's safe and you can type in there, confirm. I wrote that down. I was looking for it the other day, but I'm pretty sure it's this Sunday at 5. But good to see you, my friend. Dan is here. Nice to see you, Dan. Hope you're having a good day. Lova is here, aka Michael Wilkinson. Hi, everybody. Good to see you, Lova. Paxton is here. Good chatting with you earlier, Paxton. Proud of you and Tracy on this trading journey that you have. Frank is here. Frank, as always, thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Appreciate your poems, all your input, your humor, fun facts, jokes, and I'm sure everyone else in the group appreciates it as well. Kamal is here. Hello, traders. Hello, Mr. Kamal. Nice to see you, my friend. Kamal, thank you as always for what you do for this channel with your great scanner. Just unbelievable, wonderful scanner. And my hat's off to you, and thank you. David is here. Hi, Gregorian traders. Good to see you, Mr. David. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Hope the family's doing well, and the shoulder. Jonathan is here from Ireland. Jonathan, nice to see you. Hope you're having a nice evening. Ava is here. Greetings to all. Nice to see you, Ava. Looking forward to our lesson tonight. Steve Burns says, I exited snow at the open for a small loss. Oh, okay, Steve. As always, thank you for being here today. Appreciate all your input, everything that you do for this channel. I really, really mean that. And I hope you, Holly, and the doggies are all doing well. So Steve exited Snow at the open for a small loss. Okay, we were kind of cheering you on in the Skype group because it had gone positive, but we didn't know that. So all right, so I think Steve is flat at the moment. Okay, here we go. Let's get going. We have a lot to do today. Core Laboratories. David, Gary, Paxton, Tracy, David, and Ava. I have David twice. Just caught that. Gary, Tracy, Paxton, David, Ava, and myself did buy Core Laboratories yesterday. Nice confluence of signals. Under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third, under the 100, over the 100, and a V1. Bought yesterday at 36.92. It's currently 36.19. It is down it is down 61 cents. It's down 0.1168% on the trade. We did not know we were going to run into a monster sell-off day, but it is down on the trade, but I would take this trade every time. It is holding the 30 RSI, holding the negative third ATR channel, and the 100-day moving average. So down on the day so far, down on the trade so far, but still holding the end of day stop. Gary, Tracy, Paxton, and I did buy GDX, which is the Gold Miners ETF, back here on the 30th at $33.99. Last few days it has gone up. Did take profits off the table with my scaling out strategy that I use, which I am glad, because today it is down 2.89%. So it is down on the day, it is down on the trade, but the amount down on the trade is mitigated by the profit targets that I took when it was going up. My end of day stop here is a close below the 30 RSI. Currently we're at 32.48, so it is still holding my end of day stop. Goldman Sachs. All right, I did take Goldman Sachs with the 530 crossover back here, I believe on the 28th. Moved up again, took some profits. I'm glad before the big move down. Yesterday I sold half when the price closed below both the 10 and the 30. So I sold half yesterday, about 367. That is why I do that, because losing both moving averages that they use to take the crossover is a bit of a bad sign. Right now, it is down 2.6%. The 10 is 368.17. The 30 is 367.74. So the 10 has not crossed back under. Once it does that, that is when I will get out of the remaining amount of the trade. But, try to look at this like glass half full, and I'm very happy that I sold half my position yesterday at the close because of the rule that I use if it closes below both the 10 and the 30. So still a profitable trade, right? Not making any excuses for it, but, a penny saved is a penny earned, and happy that for two things. One, that I scaled out when I did, reduced the position size, and two, my close below both the 10 and the 30 yesterday worked out well. Although I wish I would have gotten out everything, but my rules did not call for that. SPY. Okay. Well, as you know, I do buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I take the overnight risk. I sell it first thing the next morning at the open. This has been a great month for overnight SPY trades, but this one not so hot tamale. I did buy SPY yesterday at the close at 434.46. Sold it at the open 428.70. So big move down. That cuts into the profits of the month on this trade, but that's how this trade goes. I will buy this again at the close. I'll hold it overnight. I'll sell it first thing tomorrow morning. VIX. Okay, finally we get to a profitable trade. I did buy VIX along with Tracy and Paxton. Bought it back here on the 6th of July. Bought it intraday when it triggered the V2 and a false breakout to the downside. Did buy this at 28.91. This morning opened up, nailed 3 profit targets way up here. It is up 7.72% today alone, and this particular trade so far up 9.57. So thank you, VIX. One thing I might add here is that we are at the 50.08 RSI right now. If we close below 50 RSI, I will sell half my position. I'm also in trailing stop mode, meaning that if I get a close below the previous day's low, I would sell half. So anyway, VIX is very strong today, up 7.85%, but I am going to watch that 50 RSI level at the end of the day. CMG, all right, this has been a long-term trade. I did buy CMG all the way back here with intraday rejection of the 250 and a V1. Bought it at 1343.05, moved 1.5 from ATRs from entry, then had a close below the previous day's low, sold half down here about 1370, but luckily I kept the second half because this has been a wonderful, great, big second leg up here, scaling out along the way. All I'm waiting for is a close below the 70 RSI. If I do, I will sell half of what I have remaining, and then if I get a close below previous day's low subsequent to that, I will sell the other half. Alternatively, if it closes below the 5 EMA today, I will get out because it moved more than it moved to 65 RSI, and then if it closes below after reaching 65 RSI, I will get out. So this could go either way. I may be out of this today, but this particular trade doing really well from entry to current price. This is up 14.81%. All right, should we get to Apple? So this is a cluster, and I apologize in advance, but these were all good trades. Let me take you through these. You know, a lot of people ask me, I'm going to take you from most recent and then go back. A lot of people ask me, you know, what's your favorite way to short? Well, my favorite way to short is a lower high. Just like if I want to go long, I like to buy a higher low. But here's Apple on the 5-minute. We make a higher high, we come back, we attempt to rally but fail and trigger a V1. So this is lower than this high. It's a lower high V1. I shorted 143.85. Next bar, I covered half at 43.58. Had another big down bar, covered another half of a half at 143.33. Next bar, rejected the 50 RSI and closed above the previous day's close. Bars close. I sold half of a half at 143.47. Broke down to a new low, took some more profits here, covered at 143.09, and then I just got out of everything when it got down here to the 200-day moving average, what seemed appropriate place to go. So this was a great short. Shorted lower high V1, 143.85, out at 143.58, out at 143.47, out at 143.33, out at 143.09, and out at 142.92. And it's lower than that and still. All right, now let's go to the second trade, which was a long trade. Took this right here, close under, close over the 250, bought it at 142.20, sold half at 142.28, sold another half of a half 142.44, sold another half of a half of a half at 142.59, and then we had a close below the 200-day moving average, so I got out of everything. So this trade in at 142, out at 142.28, out at 142.44, 142.54, and 142.59. All right, that's the second one. And then the first one was also a close back over the 250. Barely closed over, gave me a good risk to reward ratio. It was a little scary because it was in the morning. Bought it at 141.50. Next bar went up. I sold half 141.95. Kind of went sideways here, tested the 250 a couple times, and then it lost the 250, and I got out right here about even on the second one. So three really, really good day trades, both to the long side and to the short side. So I'm grateful for that. All right, let's head over and take a look at everyone's trades. I still have Miko here with an under 30, over 30 on Southwest Airlines at 53.87. Southwest Airlines has just gotten hammered lately. I was interested in buying Southwest if we closed above the 200-day moving average, but you can see it poked its head above and down So this doesn't look like it will be on my radar anymore today, but this trade for Miko is definitely down on the day and down on the trade. SMG, Tracy and Paxton bought SMG with a double bottom bullish divergence under 30 over 30. Next day they bought 185.30. Next day closed a little bit lower but held the end of day 30 RSI stop. Today down 3.27%. So this one is down on the day, down on the trade. Ava, I think, has had one of the best trades here in the last while. On July 1st, she bought Oracle here at 79.50, and look at this. It was even up today at one point. I know she's scaled out of about 3/4, but Ava is up on this trade from entry to exit 7.09%. Way to go, Ava. SSRM. Jonathan bought SSRM with a under 30 over 30 V2 rejection of the negative third ATR channel 1559, moved up. Not sure if Jonathan took some profits along the way. I hope he did. Came back down, tested his entry price today, and is above. So this is down on the day, but it's still up on the trade. DDM, I have Miko in DDM with the 1030 EMA crossover at 71.26. At 71.42. Is down on the day, but still slightly up on the trade. PKI, David bought PKI back here at 146.20. It's currently 154.04. It is down today, but David is nicely up on this trade, about 5.12%. So that's pretty good. Alibaba, oh boy. All right, so Jonathan bought Alibaba back here at 213.87, moved up beautifully. Hope some profits were taken, and then look at this. This is nasty. On top of that, Gary sold puts, the 200 195 puts expiring July 16th. We look at that. He sold the 200 195, so it needs to stay above 200. It's above 200 by 41 cents today. So I imagine Gary is down on this trade. So far he was up nicely, but I imagine that's turned red, unfortunately. So down on the day, down on the trade. Yeti, Tracy and Paxton bought Yeti with the 520 crossover, 92.20. It's currently 90.6. It's down on the day and down on the trade. CSIQ, Kamal bought CSIQ at 40.34. Initially raced up like a rocket ship, came back down. Look at this. Lower high V1 to the downside. Looks like it tested Kamal's entry price, and then right now it's above. So this one is down on the day, and this is down on the day, but still up on the trade. STX, Tracy, Paxton, and Ava bought STX yesterday with the higher low V2 at 87.90. Of course, everything's red today, so it's 86.38. It is down today on the day, and it is down on the trade. Snow, Steve bought Snow at 248.96 yesterday, and Steve did mention that at the open for a small loss. So all right, Steve, we will take you off of that. Okay, is that it? That's it. That's it. Okay. Kamal wants to look at Angie. All right. Let's take a look at Angie. How's it going, Angie? Looks like an under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third. Let's test that out. Looks like it bounced right at the 30. Kamal. It's okay. I mean, it bounced near the 30. It's back over the negative third ATR channel. A little scary right now. I like that it's holding very close to the 250 on the weekly and holding kind of the previous support. So this seems to kind of, big picture wise, I think this level, well, it was support back here. Will it be this time? Who knows? But it does offer a good risk to reward ratio. So You have that going for you. Uber, nice intraday rejection of the 250. I think the only question you have to ask yourself on this particular trade, and it is a false breakout to the downside. Currently, it is closing above. When you have these big bars, the thing is, a lot of people bought down here. There is a lot of profit. Are they going to decide, hey, that's it, take it? And I don't know. I don't know how much I like the risk to reward ratio off of that 250 and the big supply that just got dumped from this range up here. So I don't know. Honestly, that one scares me. Come on. Oh, okay. Frank has a poem for us. This is going to be great. Let me type this or paste this in here. Bum, bum, bum. Let me take a quick look-see over here. That looks all good. All right, here we go with Frank's poem, everyone. Alas, these times we're in, who would ever think? Stocks and bonds teasing on the brink. A trader works full-time just to stay in sync. There's plenty of action. Just don't blink. Sounds like a rap song, Frank. It's a trading rap song. Alas, these times we're in, who would ever think? Stocks and bonds teasing on a brink. A trader works full-time just to stay in sync. There's plenty of action. Just don't blink. There you go. Just don't blink. Thank you, Frank. That's amazing. As always, I don't know how you do it. I appreciate that. Let's give Frank a hand and a little support on that because that is a great poem. Thank you. Thank you so much. Kamal says, Angie, DBBS, too many bars in between? Are you talking about the double bottom bullish divergence? Yeah, it shouldn't be more than 30 bars. Kamal, I mean, this is way too in the recent past. I mean, it could hold support there, right? I mean, it isn't under 30, over 30. Weekly's holding the 250. I like that. I don't know. I'm not getting a warm, fuzzy feeling about that, to be honest with you. Jonathan was out of BABA for a week or so. Oh, thank God. All right. I haven't seen Gary today. Let's see. All right, JJ. All right. I'm not sure when Gary did those put spreads, but Ava says, what is DBBS? Double bottom bullish divergence. Oh, is that wrong? Double bottom bullish. Well, I'll let Kamal answer that one. Dan says, cool, Frank. Michael says, great poem today. I agree. Ava would like to look at OMI. Oh, Owens and Minor. I remember when I was in high school and I used to get the Business Daily. What is it called? Investors Business Daily. I always remember OMI, which is Owens and Minor. Not too bad here, Ava. Look, I mean, we came down to the value zone, but we've lost the value zone. We did have a kind of a false breakout and reversal back up. Yep, it is a V1. There is no doubt about that. It did reject the it did reject the 50 EMA and a V1. Technically, it's a higher low V1. I like that it's up on the day, Ava. I mean, it shows some good relative strength. Weekly, I think it looks pretty good. It's in the value zone. I like the big bar here. This looks like a little bit of pullback, of profit taking. I like it. I like it a lot, being that it's up today. I would watch that RSI level, though. It's 51.53. If it were to lose that 50 RSI at the end of the day, I would not take it. And if you did take it, my stop here would be halfway of today's washout bar, which makes it a V1. Yeah, I saw you put that up earlier, and that was quite interesting. Jazz Nola. Nice to see you, Jazz. Wow, what a poem. Thanks, Frank. Frank's the best. Paxton says, you need to publish a book of poems, Frank. Yes, he does. We've been talking about that for quite a long time. I'm sure everyone in this channel, Steve included, myself, every trader that I know that has a channel, I would really talk to them, call them, message them, and say, look, you need to help promote this book because it's amazing, the Franks. Steve says, FCX, Baba, Angie, BIDU, all bouncing near the 30 oversold zone. Interesting risk to reward ratio on them. All right, well, let's take a look. Okay, so today I'm running behind. I don't understand. All right, here we go. Now, speaking of double bottoms with the bullish divergence, this is one right here. And 30 days have not gone by. Here we have a low, deep red MACD bars. We rally into some green a little bit. We came down, we tested the low, the first low, rallied back above. Did we test the 30 RSI? That's the question. Yes, we did, Steve. Under 30, over 30, with a double bottom and a bullish divergence and a false breakout. Not too bad. Not too bad. Baba, I think we just looked at Baba. Yeah. I mean, it's getting pretty low there. That could be an interesting buy with an under 30, over 30. It bounced right at the 30, Steve. Angie, back to Angie. What did we say? Did that one bounce at the 30? Yeah, right about the 30. And a rejection of the negative 30 ATR channel. Kamal says, I guess it should be DBBD. That's correct. Frank says, thank you, Greg, Dan, Michael, Jazz, Nola, and Paxton. Lily is here. Hi, Lily. Good to see you. Are you still on vacation? Are you visiting us from vacation, or are you back? Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. If you're on vacation, I'm sure you missed the doggos. Michael says, I'd buy an autograph hardcover edition of Frank's book. I would as well. Steve says, your Trade Navigator 30 RSI check tool is excellent. It is. It's one of my favorite things about Trade Navigator. And, I don't talk about Trade Navigator much, but I've been using this over 20 years. I really, really like it. It is a little bit more expensive than most of the ones out there. But I don't know. I think what you get what you pay for, even though last year I had some data problems. You remember that. But, based upon how I trade and how Steve trades with under 30, over 30s, it is a really, really nice tool. And this is by, just look it up. Trade Navigator on the internet if you're interested. If you have any questions, if you do get Trade Navigator, let me know. I'm pretty good at setting this up. Steve Burns says, Greg, can you look at BIDU intraday? Yes. Ooh, that's way down there. All right, let's check the 30R. So what I'm doing right now, it's at 33.65, but I can go to the low of the day and see what the RSI level was at that point. It looks like 31.77, Steve. So bounce near the 30, but not a washout of the 30. Miko, good to see you. Michael, good afternoon, Greg, and everyone. All right, okay, here we go. Let us, which one did I have? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about trader psychology. Let's talk about some good trading words of wisdom. Maybe let's talk about some good policies or procedures for trading. I don't like when they say tips and tricks for trading. I don't like it because nothing is easy and there's no little tricks, but maybe some good suggestions. This is from Money Trade Edge. Better thinking, better trading. This is a great channel on Twitter, everyone. You should subscribe to it. Here's Axe from Billions. Maybe this is really Axe from Billions. Maybe this is his channel. Who knows, right? But do follow him. Money Trade Edge, better thinking, better trading over on Twitter. I saw this first. I'm like, there are no shortcuts, and that's true, everybody. There are no shortcuts in trading. There are no shortcuts in life. You have to work for stuff. You have to work hard. You have to get kicked to the ground. You have to overcome, right? Sorry, am I preaching from my preaching desk or from the pulpit? It's true, everybody. I don't care if it's sports. I don't care if it's trading. I don't care if it's school. I don't care if it's relationships. Everything, there are no shortcuts. Everything takes hard work. You know the old saying, the harder you work, the luckier you get. That's what people say. He's just lucky. No, a lot of hard work in trading, relationships, school, sports, a lot of hard work. I'm sure a lot of you are aware of that. But if it was so easy to trade, everyone would make money. So there's no shortcuts. Got it? All right. So let's see what Axe has to say here. Number one, you have to practice. Of course you have to practice, whether it's sports, playing the guitar, golfing, whatever. Trading, you have to practice. You have to calibrate in what you are doing and you get better at it. Your brain makes connections. Number two, find or improve the edge. Yeah, you better have an edge, everybody. If there's no edge, you are just gambling. You are just leaving everything to chance. You need a quantified edge in what you do. If you don't have one, find it, right? Moving average crossovers, under 200s, over 200s, all have edges, good risk to reward ratios, or improve your edge. You know, people say, how do you improve your edge? Well, I say it every day. I look for confluences and combination of indicators lining up, not just one, but multiple, so that there is an additional edge. Number three, trade. Seems self-explanatory, but it's really not. I know people who have studied the markets for years, never placed a trade. Why? Because if they place the trade, then their feet's to the fire. Are they going to make money or lose money? They like the idea of studying and doing it and doing it and studying. But if they actually really placed a trade, then it would be like a big disappointment, a big shame spiral if they lost money after putting all that time in. Well, you have to trade. You have to lose money. You have to go through difficult times in trading. It will make you better. Win, lose, fail. Well, that's true. You're going to put that trade on, like Mark Douglas says. You're going to put that trade on. You're going to pull the handle on the slot machine of the trade, and something's going to happen. Something's going to turn around. But one way or the other, you have to be okay with the win, lose, or fail. Learn. Keep learning. That's why you're here at this channel. That's why you read good trading books, like all of Steve Burns' books, which are available on Amazon, by the way. Go and get them. He has the Ultimate Guide to Technical Analysis that just came out. Just type in Steve Burns on Amazon. Go over to his website, newtraderu.com. I'm sure you can find him in either location. He's got so many good reviews on that book. But learn, whether it's podcasts, Steve's books, Dr. Alexander Elder's books, Reading Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas. Learn, keep learning, keep learning. I keep learning all the time. You know, I go out on my hikes. I think about different strategies. They don't all work, but I'm thinking and I'm trying to learn, right? And then repeat. Like I said yesterday, trading should be boring. Risk to reward, entry, position size, all the stuff I talk about all the time, right? It's boring. You're the casino. You're just boring, dealing the cards, spinning the ball, throwing the dice. If you have an edge, see number two, right? That edge will play out. There are no shortcuts. You got it? There's no shortcuts. You have to work hard. All right. I'm losing it today. All right. Anyway, thank you, Money Edge Trader, or Money Trade Edge. Appreciate that. Helpful for me. Hope this was helpful. In case I didn't mention it, there's no shortcuts. You have to work hard. You have to practice, find, improve edge, trade, win, lose, fail, learn, repeat, go through hard times. That's what it's about, right? All right. I'll calm down. All right. Michael says, Kamal, I think DBBS is the double bottom that didn't go the way you wanted to. That makes sense. Lilia says, yes, I'm still on vacation. We'll be back on Monday. Great, Lilia. Hope you had a good vacation. Hope you travel safe back, and we'll all be glad to have you back. Frank says, very deeply appreciated, Michael and David. That's great. That's great. Okay. It's that time of the podcast where I have to say, hey, give me about 30 seconds. I'll be right back. I was outside there, and there's a little family of quails. I've seen them grow up. They're getting bigger. Man, there's like a lot of them. There's like mom and dad, and there's like 12 little kids. I don't know what you call little quail kids. Quids, maybe. What do you think of that one, Frank? That one all right? Okay. So, what am I doing? Anyone know what I'm doing? Steve says, I enjoy your rants, Greg. 20 plus years of trading experience. Did you feel it? It came from the heart, Steve. I was being as sincere as possible. Sometimes it comes out a little strong. Okay. Before I start looking at new stuff, let me look at old stuff, right? More important, CLB off of its lows of the day, holding. This will be a keeper so far. GDX, still holding the 30 RSI, will be a keeper. Goldman Sachs. Is the 10 still above the 50? Yes, it is. Keeper. SPY. Buying that automatically at the end. VIX is a champion of all champions today, up 7.61%. I'm glad Tracy and Paxton are in that. I'm glad I am in that. Look, 49.88. Oh, now 50. I'm going to have to watch this one. If it closes under 50, out of half my position. CMG, still holding the 70 RSI, still holding the 5 EMA. Apple, had the day trades on Apple, still holding the 70 RSI. Did bounce at the 5 EMA. I don't know. This was a big day down, reversals back up, big gap downs, reversals back up concern me. They really, really do. All right, so today when we look at the new stuff, it's going to be like the airline show because there are a lot of potentials on the airlines. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin, shall we? I have bought Bitcoin here with the rejection of the 250, had a nice trade up to here. We are rejecting the 250. This is on the CME exchange for futures, but if you're trading Bitcoin or spot, make sure you just are, looking at your moving averages. But if I was trading futures here on this, I would probably buy Bitcoin here with the rejection of the 250. It held here last time. It held here last time. This time held last time there. Oh, for criminy. It held here and it held there. Is it going to hold here? Who knows? But it has in the past. So I think that gives you an edge, and it is a good risk to reward ratio. So I will be looking at my Bitcoin charts at 6 o'clock today. That's when the bars close. All right, here we go. Love. Southwest Airlines. Miko, are you still in love? By the way, are you still in love, Miko? The other day I said, oh, Miko and I are in love. All right. That's the symbol. In case anybody doesn't know that in context. I was interested in buying Southwest today. If it closes above the 200, does not look like it's going to. Jets, under 200, over 200, under the 30 RSI. So, it's good that it has the 200-day above it or below it as support. Let's peek over at the weekly. I like on the weekly, I like how we've rejected the -2 ATR channel and the 100-day moving average. I kind of like that, honestly. I like the double confluence on multiple time frames of test of different levels. You can see on the weekly it's tested the 100. You can see on the daily it is above the 200-day, so it does give a good risk to reward ratio. I'm going to get rid of love. ALK. Now look, these are different airlines. Jets is an airline ETF. I don't want to be buying I'm only going to buy one of these if I buy anything at all. ALK. All right, wait, back to Jets. So under 200, over 200, but it did reject the -3rd ATR channel. Is that good or bad? That's right. It's not that great. So if I looked at ALK, I like ALK a little better. Why? Well, under intraday rejection of the 200 and it's back over the -3rd ATR channel, so it's acting as support. Let's look at the weekly. Well, currently it is under the 200 week moving average. I don't like that because now that's resistance above. So Let's look at Delta Airlines. Delta Airlines this one rejected the 30 RSI for sure. I don't need the tool to look at that, right? 29.10, it's back above the negative third and the 200. Let's take a look at the weekly, see what the weekly looks like. Has the 100 week above it as resistance. Darn. And it has earnings coming up. All right. PLNT, Planet Fitness. False breakout to the downside from over here. Intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average. Weekly, underneath support or overhead resistance of the -1 and the 50-week. So on the daily, it looks okay, but I don't like how it looks on the weekly. Tesla, V1, rejection of the 200-day moving average. But you know what I'm going to say? I don't like the risk to reward at this point. Now it's too far away. Picky, 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 right? Persnickety. Come on, buddy. Let's go. All right. Workday. Workday's okay. False breakout to the downside from the previous low. Close above the 200-day moving average or above the 50 RSI. Good risk to reward ratio. Weekly is in the value zone, so not too shabby. We can keep that one. SYY. Paxton pointed this out to me earlier. Nice double bottom with the bullish divergence, but when we spoke, it was above the 200-day moving average. Now it's not. But anyway, good eye on that, Paxton. MCHP, which is microchip technology. Did this go under 30, over 30? No. It did not. But it did reject the -30 ATR channel, intraday rejected the 200. If we look over on the weekly, it's holding the -1 ATR channel. See, it bounced there before. So we'll put that one in the potential category. Tilray, oh, you better not be doing this to me. Okay, good. Tilray, intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average. Let's look over on the weekly. Weekly's okay. It's neutral in the value zone. That one's not too shabby either. CVS. Oh, I was looking at CVS for an under 30, over 30. I don't think we have it. ARC. Bounce near the 200-day moving average, but I don't like those big down bars and just bounces. I mean, it could go back up. I kind of doubt it. CCL is Carnival Cruise Line. Bounce at the 200-day moving average. Still has the -3 ATR channel above. Intel, pretty good risk to reward ratio on Intel with an intraday rejection of the 200. Really does have some support here on the weekly. Earnings coming up. That one's not too bad. Double bottom bullish divergence, a little bit. It's okay. Coca-Cola, had the V2 yesterday, held halfway. That's good, but I don't see anything there. And SEDG, I don't see anything there. So this is what needs to happen. So Jets, 200-day moving average 23.35 or 23.37. So we are above. Good risk to reward ratio. Did reject the -3 ATR channel. However, on the weekly, though, we are holding the 100-week moving average. ALK. Under the 200, over 200, plus a V1. Very close, hanging around the 200 week. It is green on the day. The rest of them are not green. Delta is pretty good. Delta has earnings coming up in about a week, so there's enough time there. Underneath the, yeah, see, Alaska Airlines being green on the day actually says a lot to me. I mean, they're all probably going to go up or down together, but Alaska Airlines has a good risk to reward ratio. I like the V1. I like that it's above the negative third ATR channel. Microchip. That's pretty good. I don't know. I think I like ALK better, and Tilray is not bad. Weekly, a lot of sideways motion. This one's probably going to move pretty strong one way or the other. Relatively strong today, only down 7 cents. So, oh, I do not want to do that. Do I? No, Greg, you do not. Okay. Okay, that's done. Oh, was that me? Gosh darn it. That wasn't good. All right, give me a second. I did something in the wrong account. All right, that takes care of that. We have about 8 minutes to go. Frank has a fun fact. In 1996, McDonald's opened the first ski-through store in Lindvallen Resort in Sweden. Well, how about that? Thank you for that, Frank. Jazz says, got your book Deep Dip Buy on Udemy. Thanks a lot. Oh, fantastic. I hope you like that course. If you have any questions about that, Jazz, just let me know. Miko says, I am in love, but out of LUV. Okay, perfect. All right, so we'll take Miko out of love. It's funny every time I say it. It's funny to me anyway. Everyone, I felt eyes rolling. Kamal says SPY, Qs, Diamond, all closing below previous day's low. Kamal, IWM as well. Yep. So that's kind of a key component for Kamal to see whether or not we're closing below previous day's low. Frank says, thanks, Steve. Where else can folks get technical analysis and fundamentals? That's so good. David says, Steve, will you consider re-entering snow since the 520 crossover is still valid and also the strength is the strength in a down day, so relative strength? That's a good question, David. Michael wants to look at WAB. Don't really see anything there, Mike. Abel wants to look at PD. Pretty good. Bullish engulfing bar, V1, above the 50 RSI. Not bad. Not bad at all, Ava. Let's look at the weekly. V1 on the weekly. Yeah, I like that. Johnson said Fastly. Okay, we have 5 minutes to go, so I'm going to try to get through these quick, but I have to do some end-of-day stuff here. No, I don't like Fastly. I mean, it's a V1, Johnson, but there's no sideways motion. Gary, hello, Greg, Etsy. Nice V1, too high for me. Too high for me, Gary. All right, let me go back to what I was doing here. All right, let me take care of this. And I am going to buy ALK today. I like the relative strength of all the airlines. I like the V1. I like the 200-day moving average. We're just barely under that. No, we're above it now on the weekly. So for sure, Alaska Airlines is my pick for today. And I'm just going to go ahead and probably buy it now. $0.05 spread on that bad boy. Bam. Done. All right. ALK. Did I have to do anything else? ALK. ALK. One more time, Greg. ALK. There you go. All right. VIXI below 50 RSI. Gonna sell half if it closes below the 50 RSI. Buying, let's see, CLB is fine. GDX is not fine, but it is above the end of day. Goldman Sachs, I know the 1030 EMA is still crossing over. So I already bought ALK. What about CMG? Any issues there? No. So really all I have to do here is watch the VIX to see if that closes under the 50 RSI, and if it does, I will sell half. So that makes it easy. Whew. All right. So this does look like it's going to reject the 50. I mean, who knows, but we have a couple minutes to go. But I will be selling half because of that fact. Okay, let me look at Boeing real quick. It's a big old bar. It's a V1. There wasn't a lot of sideways motion. I mean, it's green on the day. That's good. You know what I mean, honestly, Kamal, I'd rather see this move into the value zone, come back, test the -1 ATR channel, get that higher low V1, V2. Alternatively, coming and taking a stab at it if it holds the halfway to give you a better risk to reward ratio. That is my best advice, or my best read on that, on Boeing. All right, so it looks like I'm going to be locking in profits. Oh my gosh. Whew, I almost missed that. Okay. I locked in half profits on VIX. Right there with the close under the 50 RSI. Okay. All right. That's the day, everybody. How about that? What a day. Dow down 263, NASDAQ down 105, S&P down 3706. All right. Let's see where I bought what I bought. It is what it is. I bought SPY at 439.2. I bought ALK at 57.77. All right. 57.77. 57.77. Okay. And I bought the SPY at 430.92. 430, 430.92. Okay. Done and done. So listen, if my students have any new entries, exits for me today, please go ahead, put them in the live stream chat. We'll spend as much time as we need to get them all updated correctly. Before we do that, just 3 pieces of business. One, just wanted to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I teach a really good course, a total of 15 hours, just you and I, one-on-one. I'll do my very best and work really hard to teach you everything I know about trading. I'll teach you every step, step by step, how to trade the 5 different trading approaches that I use. They're great approaches. You can use them, regardless of what the market's doing. You pretty much should be able to have something to trade. And like I said, I teach you step by step. I put a lot of energy and a lot of work. I burn a lot of calories in those lessons because it's very important to me that my students succeed. It really, really is. It's very, very important. And that's why I started this podcast, right? I wanted to teach some people what I've learned, in the last 25 years of trading. So it's an intense course. We usually do it once a week, twice a week. We do a lot of simulation trading. I ask you a lot of questions. I throw you a lot of curveballs, but when you're done with that course, you are going to be a better trader. So the course does cost $1,750, but I know it is worth every single penny, and you will be a better trader, and you will be I'm sure you're going to be glad that you took the course. So if you are interested, all you have to do to get the ball rolling, send me an email. The email is in the description of this video. In the subject line, just say, "Hey Greg, interested in potentially doing the one-on-one course with you." I will reply and say, "Hey, how's it going?" And let's schedule a Skype call. Skype call is for us to get to know each other a little bit better. I want to learn more about you, your trading challenges, your trading goals, and it's a very good time for you to ask me questions, specific questions that you have about the course. After the Skype call, you can think about it as long as you want. If one day you wake up and you're like, today is the day that I want to start becoming a better trader, I am going to email Greg. Go ahead, email me. We'll get the course scheduled, and away we will go. All right. Secondly, I do have a online course available on udemy.com. In it, I teach you the deep dip buy stock trading approach. You saw me use it a couple times today on the day trends, and it's a very good course. It's very affordable. It's like $12 or $15 on udemy.com. Links in the description in case you want to get it, but it's a serious course. It's 9.5 hours of video, 26 videos total, 15 study guides. Jazz just mentioned it, was watching the course, and I think one of the best things about that course is if you have any questions about the course, just pop on in here to the live stream and say, "Greg, I'm taking your course. I have a question." I'll be like, "Great. Let's answer that question." So the link's in the description. If you have an extra 12 or 15 bucks on you, take the course. It's going to build you a good trading foundation. So keep that in mind. I don't know what that was. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps to build the channel. It helps to keep the channel around. It lets YouTube know there's some valuable content here, and they'll get it out, spread it more. And there's a lot of people out there that could use some help with trading and to learn some good trading principles. I can tell you that. Okay, so that takes care of business. Let's run over and see what everyone is doing today. Now, I did take Steve out of snow. Kamal is out of BA. I don't think I have you in BA, Kamal. Steve says, "I'm long the following positions based upon the 30 RSI oversold intraday bounce." Okay, here we go. So Steve picks some up on the cheap. Baba. All right, so Steve is putting some money to work here. All right. Oh, I already have Baba. Gosh darn it. Okay. Here we go. Steve has Alibaba here at $199.94. Okay. All right, Steve, got you there. Good luck on that, bud. FCX, we talked about that earlier. 3467. If my charts freeze up on me today, you're going to watch in real time, podcast, or lose it. Okie dokie. So that's Steve. And then, oh, Angie. Angie is back. Here we go. Angie is back with Steve at 1224. Okay. Good luck on all those, Steve. Gary says crazy day, ALK. Okay, good luck to us on that one, Gare. Kamal says thank you, Greg and traders. Thank you, Kamal. Miko is out of DDM. All right. Okay, got you out of that. David is out of PKI. All right, so that's nice trade there. Nice profitable one. And then we're going to take Dave off there. I have this position on the weekly, so I can't erase everything. We're going to take that one off. Okay. David is also an ALK. Ava is at a half sticks in PD. Okay. Sold 1/2. And Ava is in PD. Okay. All right. Dan says, Kamal, thank you for sharing your expertise. I 100%. Thank you for everything you do, Kamal. The scanner, your input, fantastic. Gary said, still holding the BABA put spread. You know how I like to keep up the suspense. I'm banking that the theta decay and the fact that Steve entered BABA today. Well, Steve entering BABA, that definitely would make me feel better about those put spreads as well. Paxton is out of SMG. Yeah, we talked earlier about weeding the garden. And I know it's hard to do, Paxton, but you're doing the right thing. You're following your trading plan. That's all that matters. All right. Okay. Oh, Tracy, and all caps, buddy. All caps. Also in PD along with Ava. $10.4, roger that. Oh, and Angie. Angie. Okay. Kamal says, thank you, Dan. Kamal says, no trades today. Frank says, no trades, but I would be interested in Baba if it came with the magic lamp. Oh, I would too. Paxton says, thanks, Greg, Ava, Kamal, and Steve. Jonathan is an ALK. That's a good example of those airline stocks all, having some pluses and minuses. But, as I think I made clear earlier, the reason that I picked that one was because it was green on the day and the rest were red. So relative strength got me into that. David says, thanks, Greg and group. You bet, Dave. Paxton said, some of my weeds just barely made the cut at the buzzer. It was close. Well, I imagine by this time, Paxton, that you are getting pretty good at learning your keyboard and learning your platform and keeping your eye on the time, all that kind of stuff. Ava says, Greg, do you ever hedge by shorting indexes? Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, how about we discuss that tonight? I mean, that's kind of I can't really just give a sound bite on that. We'll get into the weeds on that tonight. So I'll see you right 7:30 Mountain Standard Time tonight, and which is 8:30 your times. And so I look forward to that, Ava. You're a really great student and a really great person. Okay, let's see. Well, VIX is up 23 cents. So ALK is unchanged. Qs are down. Love is down. SPY, any guesses? Of course it's down. Yep. Okay, sounds good. Good, Ava. Tell you what, as always, can we read this before we go? If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is by Martin Kornfeld. Look, there's cute little kids here too, so it has to be good, right? But seriously, can we just go out and do one random act of kindness today? Just one nice thing for another human being, one nice thing for an animal. That would be twice as good. I was raised with animals my entire life, many of them. Of course, you guys know that I am close to animals, but they are feeling creatures, and they like an act of kindness as well, just like humans do. So, try to make it a habit, get in the habit of doing it. Maybe one day when you need some help, someone will help you, like Frank, when Frank helped the guy with the truck. Remember that all the way back there, Frank? And I'm sure Frank made that guy's day, and maybe if Frank has a flat tire one day, somebody will come along and help him. Be interesting if it was the same person that Frank helped, though, right? But anyway, I like to read this every day. I think it's important, so let's keep that in mind. Try to make it a habit. Ava says, good luck, Gary. At least Elsa is a nice name. Elsa? Oh, I missed. Gary, thanks, Greg, and all. Hope everyone has a great day. We have a tropical storm, Elsa, coming through here tonight. Hope she is not an ice queen. Elsa is a nice name, isn't it? Ava says, sounds good. Many thanks. Ava says, good luck, Gary. Jonathan says, cheers, guys. So, all right. Well, I think we took care of business today. It's a nice hot day in Utah, just the way I like it. And I'm going to put my hiking shoes on, and I'm going to go tromping around in the heat like a crazy person, because I probably am, and I like the heat. So, okay, doke. Smokey. If anyone has anything else to add, this would be the time. Miko says, thanks, Greg. Have a great afternoon. Good to see you, Miko. You have a good afternoon as well. Thank you, Michael. Nice to see you, Lova. Lova. All right, everyone good? Any jokes? Any parting words? No? All right, so I guess we're going to call it. Thanks again for coming. Have a good day. Be good. Drive safe. Do good things. Look both ways before you cross the intersection. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't. That would be very much appreciated. But seriously, just have a great day. And if you lost money today, just know that's part of trading, right? Just keep using your, just keep sticking to your process. Keep that risk to reward ratio in at least 2 to 1. Look for confluences of signals. Don't get down if you have a few losing trades in a row or a few losing days in a row. It happens. It happens to the best traders in the world, and who knows, one day you'll come back and you'll have a nice big up day, and you'll remember what I said, and you'll go, oh yeah, that's right. So keep with the process. Each trade is just one trade out of the next 1,000 trades. Don't get hung up. Don't fall in love. Don't get married to any one trade. Speed date them. Stick with them as long as they work. If they don't work and there's red flags, maybe you get on to the next trade, right? But that's really what you have to do. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So that's it. On the way out here, I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and hope you have a good rest of your day, everyone. Take care. Thanks for coming today. Bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity.